Good morning. It's me. It's Johnny Boy. I'm up the woods today. Been walking the dogs and morning, John. How's it going? Good to see you. I hope you can hear me. Big thumbs up if you can. Richard Dow, how's it going? Bit of a strange one this morning, but just a bit of a reality check. For the last, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, I've been trying to create a studio where we can actually do some live streams from and make it all clinical and smart. How's it going? You know, in somewhere where we can actually do a live stream where, you know, that we can show the props of what we've got and what we're using on a day-to-day basis, and props that will help me and endeavor to sort of make sure that I can pull those things in and be able to show you, because it's all about content. But the thing is, I suppose, is that the question I got to ask myself, am I able to bring you a live feed without all those props? And basically, I'm up the woods this morning. I'm at the woods. I've made a little shelter now, and it's good to get away from all that social media stuff. And you'll say to yourself, why am I actually doing a live stream now from the middle of the woods? Well, the reason being, I think that actually live streams are actually good. Social media is good, and there's lots of people that will actually benefit from it, you know. And you see that the title this morning is surviving the next 12 months. And yeah, there's lots of things that we can do to actually survive the next 12 months. It's going to be difficult for everyone. I get asked lots of questions about what these podcasts should actually be on a Saturday morning, and certainly that some of the commercial sector would say that they would like some sort of glitzy, lit up sort of studio with lots of props in the background, and just to give it a little bit of oomph, I suppose, you know. We got their call this morning. Redeeming Gardens. God bless you, bud. How's it going? Yeah, so I'm at the woods, as I said this morning, and it's about bringing content, and content that I'm able to deliver, because if I can't deliver good content, I might as well just pack it up. Do I need all those props? I'm always going on about props to Alison and about the studio, and it's just to give me a little bit of confidence, I suppose, when I can put my hands on something, when I can point to something behind me. But here I am, I'm just in the woods this morning, up in the woods near us. There's nothing else around, just some leaves. I've got a bit of a shelter. It's starting to rain this morning. But I just want to make a point that if we're able to deliver a live stream without all those props, we're able to survive the next 12 months, because the next 12 months is going to be hard. It's going to be difficult for many reasons. I think certainly that there is plenty, bit of bushcraft. Yeah, absolutely. It is a bit of bushcraft, isn't it? Because sometimes we have to go back to those basics of being able to survive. John Ward said lots of clients thinking they're going to get cheaper deals because there is a recession, and we've talked about that, haven't we, so many times. But you know, we're human beings and we will survive. We will get through these tough periods, and it is about going back to basics. Those words that we use on a regular basis. You hear the rugby teams talking about it as well, like, you know, going back to basics. That's what we need to do. We need to go back to basics, everything we've done. And for those who's joining this morning, got Dan Cooley just joined us. Dan, I'm up the woods, and the reason I'm at the woods is because I've always tried to sort of rely on that studio look to produce a live stream. Then I realised that you don't need all those props in life. You don't need it, because it's all about good content, your value as a person, and about what you're doing and what you're bringing to the show. And that's the thing that you've got to start recognising from this moment on, is that with your customers, you really got to make sure that you bring value, you know, and you've got to be yourself. Am I able to deliver a live stream here with nothing else around me but just woods, rain, leaves, mulch? I hope this doesn't fall down on me. And that's what we got to go back. We got to go back to basics, eh? We got to go back to that hunter-gatherer, and we will survive. So when I have all those messages across the country from people that need help, that's absolutely fine. I'm there to help people as much as I can. It's no problem at all. But sometimes they need to dig deep, and I think we sometimes become a bit reliant on all those things around us. And that's the point I'm trying to make this morning, is that we definitely definitely are reliant. And that's the thing about the studio. I talked about the hard cable going into the garage, into the studio. We call it the undisclosed location. I'm talking it up, and it's about adding all those bits and pieces to it that sort of help me to sort of produce good content. But it doesn't. Okay, the good content comes from direct conversation with yourself and me, and telling you about my thoughts. By me telling you about my thoughts, hopefully it sort of promotes and provokes dialogue, good dialogue, where we can get to the bottom of what we need to do. But I think surviving the next 12 months is about going back to basics. Certainly a lot of people out there think I'm absolutely mad and I'm a bit of a clown that I'm actually doing a live stream, but I suppose it's something that I need to sort of prove to myself that I can come up here and deliver a live stream. I'm not shouting, I'm not talking loud. It's not all about those dramatics and all those props behind me, you know, and making the studio look smart and good. It's not just about that. Yes, I want to deliver a good live stream where we can see some props, we can bring some stuff on, we can have it clean and neat. But is a real good podcast about that? Is it about that, or is it about good content? And certainly that's what your clients need to see. They want to see good content. They want to hear the value in your voice, in your soul, and about you and what you do. It's about the value you actually bring. It's not about all the perks that come with landscaping. Yeah, it's great to have new machinery and a new truck and all the nice tools, but the core, the customer's buying into your core value of who you are. So look, I'm sorry that some maybe feel a little bit disappointed because I'm able to sort of take a call this morning because I'm out in the woods. It's where we walk the dogs, and I just wanted to make sure that I brought this live stream. I was up here just now and I thought, I wonder if I can bring a live stream from the middle of the woods, and I think it can be, can it? We don't need all those little extras in life to make something look good. All right, it's not what makes it good, it's the feeling of what we're delivering. Okay, just reading some of the comments on here. Steve, the pleasure angler, Mr. Dow, outdoors and great bushcraft content. Steve, yeah, listen, this is not about the thing. I'm charging more, my lads have mortgages, fuel, profit, what you say, profit. Yeah, absolutely, I totally agree. Gem Landscapes there says our standards don't drop, so our prices shouldn't either. You know, absolutely, I totally agree with you. Redeeming Landscape says yes, we don't just want to survive, we want to thrive. Yeah, absolutely, I totally agree with you. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving as well. And we can survive, you know, when we think of us as human beings, we are hunter-gatherers. And you know, when I look at this live stream now, and we got about 18 live viewers at the moment, and that's absolutely fine, that's all we need. But the one thing that I've done this morning, I've made sure that I brought this live stream to you from a regular. It's consistent commitment and consistency, probably the two major disciplines that you need in your life. So I just want to say thank you all for supporting in all those podcasts in recent years, and we will be doing some live streams from some really unusual places. And as I said, I'm sure that there's some commercial companies out there, some big corporate companies, they'll look at me and they'll say, is he really an influencer? Does it really matter? I don't really care what they actually think. What we need to do is to value what we have and what we've got as human beings, okay? And we have value, okay? We have value. So from this moment on, you need to start valuing yourself. And we can deliver a good podcast with the content now this morning. Content counts, Johnny boy, and that lad's input. And the lads input. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, John. Mike Stapleton, thank you for joining this morning. Love profit, but getting bored of justifying it all the time. Yeah, we shouldn't have to. I'm commitment to great film law and appreciate your time you put into us. Yeah, look, listen, John, we have conversation every day on a regular basis, you and I, and along with a couple of other guys. And what we're trying to do here, not here right now, but what we're trying to do with the podcast, we're trying to answer questions collectively. That's what it's all about, collectively. And this is something that suppliers and manufacturers and all those commercial corporate companies don't actually do. We don't necessarily need to do a live stream from a corporate enterprise. We just don't need to do it. Okay, we can do it from areas like this, and without a doubt, it has value. You know, people's going to look at this and think, what a complete nut. But I had to test myself this morning. I have to say, am I able to deliver a live stream without all, because that's what all I was fixated on, was all that stuff all the way around me. And it doesn't matter. I'm trying to speak quiet because there is people walking around here at the moment. Look, I don't want to go any on with this live stream anymore because I've got a lot to do today, lots of things to get on. I want to finish this. There's a few other ones around here. Maybe I'll take some pictures later on and share them on social media. And it's not about being the best, but certainly it's about does it have any value? And yeah, it does, because it's keeping me dry at the moment. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, don't forget mine to send me some pictures. I love to see what you guys are doing across the country. And for those who's joined this live stream now, don't think I'm a bit of an oddball. I want you to go back and have a look at the live stream and see if you can understand, see what I'm getting at. I don't tell anyone we make money loads. So to jealousy, trust my lads, keep it in the house. Yeah, my wife is a secretary, and that's it. Yeah, I totally agree. Redeeming Garden says, I want to get better at pricing by the sound, by the square meter, charging by estimation times is good. Not both for. I understand that, but what we need to do is, when we look at things per square meter, there's a ways of price we can use that as a guideline. Andy says, of course you can. All you need is the phone and you're away. Yeah, absolutely. We can do a lot on our phone. Well, look, listen, I don't want to sort of carry on with this live stream now, because I just want to be a little bit quiet now, because I have to respect the people that are around me. Thanks for joining this live stream this morning. Try and watch it all the way through, and I hope I've explained this well, but what we got to do is go back to basics, and we will survive the next few months, because we're human beings and we do survive. We find a way to adapt to situations. So whatever you're doing, even if you're struggling out there, just drop us an email, info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. Be safe, and whatever you do, I've got some pictures coming in this morning. Just send me some. It'd be good to hear from you. I'm not going mad. I just wanted to see if I could do this live stream this morning from here, but I just want to be a little bit quiet and respect the people around me. We've been looking back at previous jobs and getting averages for different aspects of work. Look, Chris, let's speak. Let's see if I can help you and get you to try and understand it from my perspective. And if it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But let's hope that you can take something from it. Thanks for joining this morning. You guys are absolutely brilliant. Dogs are barking. People walk around and think I'm a complete nut. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.